Hi, my name is Liz and welcome back to Lotus Thai Massage Studios. Today I'll be demonstrating a restorative pose called Supported Reclining Twist. This is a great pose for opening up the intercostal muscles of the ribs and allowing more space for the lungs to expand when breathing. This will also be really great for the low back, and it will gently open up these areas without pain. So that is the goal. This is a great twist to do, pose to do following the supported child's pose. So what I'll do is I'll show you, start with the supported child's pose, and then we'll move into the twist. So first thing you want to make sure is you have a bolster and or a really big pile of blankets. I have both, so I have a bolster and I have a bunch of blankets at my disposal, and then that allows us to, as we get moving, to add more supports as we need them. So first we're going to start in the supported child's pose, and as I explained in past videos, you're going to start with sitting back on your knees if you can. If this is open to you, you're going to sit back on your knees and widen your knees to open up the space to fit your support. So you're going to slide in your bolster. Now already, if you're feeling any kind of stress or strain on the back of your legs here, you can always add a blanket like this, okay? And that's totally appropriate to come back down into a supported child's pose with a blanket here. In fact, I'll just keep it here for now. So let's come into our supported child's pose. So I'm going to add as many supports as I need. And again, remembering to really listen to your own body's comfort. So I'm going to come back into supported child's pose. So really what I want to do is really feel like, right now I'm noticing, because I have the appropriate amount of supports, I'm not feeling any weight really or stress on my knees or lower legs as you normally would in child's pose. All the weight is really just flowing right over my supports. And this is a great beginning to, again, opening up that back body and the back of the ribs to allow for more breath. So after I'm doing my supportive child's pose, which I might lay into for like 10 minutes or so, remembering to switch my head from side to side, so maybe every 5 minutes, it is good to have some kind of timer that can go off so you can just really enjoy being in the pose without thinking about the time. And so after I'm all done with that, I'm going to sit up and I'm just going to readjust my support. So what I like to do is take all the blankets off and have just the basic bolster here. I'm going to remove this blanket from underneath my knees. And to set up for this one, you're going to do is sit right next to your bolster. So I want my bolster to kind of be right at the top of my thighs, so not behind my back and not too close to my knees, but right here at the top of my thighs. Then you're just going to lean over just to sit the right, like I'm sitting on the right side or the left side, whatever side you're on. I'm going to sit on the right leg. So now I've taken all the weight off my left side. All the weight is on my right side of my glutes and my thigh. Okay, and remember to use your hands to support your body. So what the twist is going to look like, I'll show it to you without supports other than the bolster. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to place either hand on either side of the bolster. And the first thing I want to do, similar to like yoga in a yoga class before I twist, I want to first extend the spine, and I'm going to use my breath to do that. So I'm going to take a nice inhale, get nice and long, and then I'm going to twist in the exhale and release myself down to the bolster. And as you can see, my legs are staying where they are. So now I've just invited a nice little twist into my ribs, my lower ribs, and the left side of my leg and my pelvis. So this is super sweet. And if this feels comfortable for you, you can stay there, or you can add more support. And I'm going to show you a couple other places you can add support. So first one is here. So that might look like this. So this for me is increasing the stretch that's happening to my upper back. And this might feel really good. You might find that you need a bit more support for your head. So please don't have your head cranked like this and end up in the end you'll have a stiff neck. So we don't want that. And so once you're in position, if you have your phone next to you, you can set a timer for 10 minutes and then we'll switch to the other side and I'll show that to you in a minute. So after this is set up, I want to show you one other modification. My legs feel really comfortable laying like this, but I, again, have a lot of flexibility in my body. But if you don't, or if you have knee sensitivity, we don't want to really feel pain anywhere. Okay, so you might find that here or in between your legs, it's kind of uncomfortable. So what you can do is just simply add a cushion. Okay, and again, if you have an extra blanket, I've now used all my blankets. I'll take one of these. Now, setting up for a restorative pose takes some time and you'll get your system down. It is totally worth it to feel warm and cozy. Again, I'm wearing a tank top and it's really only to show you so you can see my body really well. But really, you can wear a sweater, you can wear layers. When you're doing restorative yoga, you're not going to be sweating. Trust me. If anything, your blood pressure is going to go down, which is what we want, right? To relax. So I'm going to twist over it and I can bring the blanket right on top of me and totally just get totally into this pose. This is a very ideal place to be in a restorative pose. You really want to be supported, relaxed, comfortable, and warm. And then we can really just let it go. We can let the twist and the supports do all the work. The gravity helps to unwind our bodies really gently. So after this, let's show you what it looks like to move from one pose to the other. When we're in restorative class, I always try to encourage my students that once they're in that space in their mind where they're relaxed and maybe the lids are now nice and droopy, because the longer you go in the class, the deeper you become relaxed. So I say, do the minimum amount of moving. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we can minimally move. Now, it might be a little tricky because I'll be facing the other way. So I'll show you, just like we got into the pose by putting our hands to our side, we're basically just going to lift our pelvis, bring our knees in line with the bolster, and then we're just going to move it to the other side, just like this. And I'll show it to you from the back. So again, we're going to inhale, put our hands on either side of the bolster, exhale. And now you can really see the twist, what it looks like from the back. And I would say, please turn your head towards the side that your knees are on, okay? So we don't need to be stressing our neck out by putting it this direction. That won't be good for our cervical spine. So just place it down gently. And to add to this, you will find that when you do one side and then the other side, they are completely different histories. I know this when I do Thai massage and I work one side of the body has a completely different story to tell than the other side. So pay attention. If you get into the other side and it needs more supports, please adhere to that. We don't want pain and discomfort. We don't want to tell our body the message of you need to be something other than you are. This is all about attending to how we are and where we are and being good with that and nurturing ourselves with loving kindness. So again, we do that with making sure that we have our extra blankets and bolsters nearby, and so that we could really, really get the most out of this restorative pose. So I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of reclining supported twist, and I look forward to seeing you in my other videos. Have a wonderful day and blessings to you and your family. Namaste.